All right, gang, tonight I am gonna go check out Going in Style.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Halt! Halt!
What are you chasing me for?
Don't make me chase you!
This is not an admission of guilt. I'm just tired.
This is, of course, a remake, a grumpy old man comedy, a bank heist film, and it's from the director of Garden State.
Didn't you play the retarded quarterback?
Yeah.
Are you really retarded?
No, I'm not.
Cool.
And the man who starred in Scrubs.
Elliot, don't be embarrassed. You're not the first person to give a patient an orgasm during a pelvic exam.
What? All right, gang, I just got out of Going in Style.
I want to rob that bank.
Let's go get our money back.
Otherwise known as grumpy old heist men. Obvious sarcasm aside, Going in Style is certainly a comedy that is not without its charm. I think the best way to adequately describe this film would be to say that I think it's proof positive that when you have a trio of industry icons with the likes of Morgan Freeman, Alan Arkin, and Michael Caine populating the film and sharing screen time together, I think that's almost enough to help elevate a fairly forgettable, mediocre film to something that's passably entertaining. And basically what you need to know about the film is this. They play three guys who have been long since retired, and they discover that the company that they worked for 30 to 40 years is now going to outsource their services, and in the process they have eroded all of the pension funds for their American workers in an ultimate kick to the balls.
Semtex Steel has frozen all pension payments.
I'm thinking of robbing a bank.
I'm thinking about buying a Ferrari.
I just got drafted by the Knicks. Good week for everybody, huh?
And this, of course, predictably leads these guys feeling very betrayed, and they decide that the best course of action that they have to, sustain their livelihoods until they're dead is that they are going to rob a bank.
Williamsburg Savings will manage the liquidation of the fund.
These banks practically destroyed this country, and nothing ever happened to them.
I want to rob that bank.
But the problem is they're hopelessly inept criminals. They've never stolen anything in their entire lives, so they have to recruit some help in order to meticulously plan this robbery, which is also complicated by the fact that they are older than dirt.
Worst comes to the worst, we get caught, we get a bed, 3 meals a day, and better health care than we get now.
The plot thickens and hilarity ensues.
You 5-0?
We're practically 8-0.
So, on one positive, Going in Style, again, benefits greatly from the comedic chemistry of Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, and Alan Arkin. I don't want to be too hard on them. They're really they're phoning their performances in, but they're splendid together. Alan Arkin in particular, I think he scores a lion's share of the laughs in this film from all of his verbal zingers. But let's be honest, Alan Arkin is playing the Alan Arkian character to a T here.
It's time for a practice run.
We'll be right back.
I don't want to stay in the car. It's hot in here.
There is no real sort of thespian stretch for any of these performers at all through all of Going in Style's 90 plus minutes. That's not to say though that it's not endearing to watch them share time together and to interact with one another, and they really play off one another really well, and you actually do believe that these guys are lifelong friends. So I like the palpable chemistry that they bring to the film.
Gentlemen, this is the final rose tonight.
Luke, the only choice she's got.
She's not going to move to a farm in those heels.
She's kissed them all.
with her tongue.
She's a walking venereal disease.
You know, and speaking of humor, I mean, there's a lot of like laughs and pratfalls that do actually work. I liked one sequence in particular where they're kind of doing a dry run of their bank robbery by trying to steal like produce or groceries out of this local market. I thought it was kind of perversely funny.
Never has anybody walked off with a whole pork loin.
Jump in the basket.
Who the hell you think I am? E.T.?
You know, there's a lot of predictable jokes at the expense of their advancing decrepitude and their age and their physical inabilities to perhaps pull off this bank job. And you know, it's predictable, yes. Is it fun? Yes.
I don't know what's going on in the world anymore. Look what you did to Cindy. She's looking like a Colombian drug mule.
Also, the planning of the bank heist in question is also not only kind of humorous, but also very compelling in terms of the convoluted nature of their plan, which is actually revealed late in the film via a series of flashbacks. And it reaches a point with the heist where you think that they're going to really bungle the job in really idiotic ways, and then it's sort of, the film sort of does a 180 on itself. So I liked a few of the film's very unexpected twists and turns.
From now on, you communicate by texting.
How do you work without buttons?
It's a touchscreen.
I'm groping it all over, nothing happens.
I guess if I was gonna, you know, pinpoint some negatives to say about Going in Style, this is a really paint-by-numbers, workman-like effort for director Zach Braff. You know, Zach Braff, obviously very well known for his comedic role on TV Scrubs, but you know what? Back in 2004, he made Garden State, a film I alluded to earlier, and I absolutely love Garden State. I love that film so much that I put it on my top 10 films of 2004, and I thought that he was a bona fide filmmaking talent that was really going to go places. And
Cool.
And then his directorial career just kind of floundered, and he didn't really make any movies. And then I think the last film he made was a few years back, and that movie was so ultimately forgettable that I can't even think of its name right now.
No.
So I think it's really disappointing that a filmmaker with the skills of Zach Braff really hasn't done anything since Garden State. And you know what? When you're watching Going in Style, if you're going into this film not knowing that Zach Braff directed it, and then you found out after the fact that the director of Garden State made this film, you'd be kind of like, bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
And I don't see Zach Braff's esoteric fingerprints on this film at all. I just think this is the kind of effort that just about any director, if handed a paycheck, could have done. Again, it's a film of modest pleasures. I really like seeing these trio of actors on screen together. I think they work well off of one another. It also should be noted that Christopher Lloyd has a cameo in this film as an old man that's suffering from dementia. Either he's engaging in some serious method acting in this film, or he legitimately has dementia. I couldn't tell. I mean, that's how good his performance is. Or is it?
Great Scott!
Is this a film that's worthy of big screen consumption? Is it worthy of a $12 theatrical ticket price? I'd have to say no. But you know what? I think this is a decent rental. And if you're willing to save some money and wait for it to come on video on demand, I'd say give this film a shot. It's worth a few chuckles.
Reminds me of the time we went to Reno. We ate like kings.
We were kings.
We still are.
So there you go. There is my review of Going in Style. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the film. Also, let me know in the comments below what you thought of Zach Braff's previous films as a director. You know where I stand on Garden State. Love the hell out of that film.
Cool.
Once again, thank you very much for watching. If you could like this video, I'd really appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel, give me some subscribe love, that would mean the world to me. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you at the movies.